Hi Libra, welcome to Pandora Astrology's monthly horoscope for June of 2020. I'm Jamie Kale Miller, and with me is Julia Mijas, and we've got stuff to tell you about eclipses, also a pandemic degree we've discovered, and Mercury, Venus, and Mars. And Julia's going to start you off with that.
Well, hey Libra. So Mercury starts the month in the sign of Cancer, which is your 10th house. And Mercury is the planet of communication, and it's the planet of thought. On June 17th, Mercury is going retrograde in your 10th house of career. So what does this mean? It means that at the job, you could have miscommunications, either with your coworkers. The 10th house is also a house that represents authority figures too. So you can also expect maybe miscommunications with all the authority figures in your life, whether that's your parents, your bosses, your teachers, etc. Then Venus starts this month retrograde in the sign of Gemini, which is your 9th house. So Venus is a relationship planet. And when she goes retrograde, it's a time for review in our relationships. The 9th house is the house of higher mind. So during this cycle, you could be reviewing whether your partner stimulates your higher mind enough. The 9th house is also the house of adventure. So you could also be rethinking whether your partner is sort of has been satisfying in terms of, stimulating your sense of adventure and philosophy, which is all 9th house stuff. Then on June 25th, Venus goes direct, finally, which is going to be great, and it's going to be a big relief on all of us, because Juno has gone direct during this period. So that means that this long sort of extended relationship retrospection period is going to be over. Mars starts the month in the sign of Pisces, which correlates with your 6th house of work, of habits, of routines. So you could be putting a lot of energy towards sort of initiating new routines for yourself, maybe some which are supportive of health. But since this is also a health house, if you do have any chronic conditions, especially any that might involve like headaches or inflammation, they might start acting up also. Then on June 27th, Mars enters Aries, which goes into your 7th house of partnership. And wherever we have Mars is where we might be a bit prone to conflict. So watch out with fights with your partner or, romantic partner or business partner.
Absolutely. We've got a couple of eclipses going on this month as well. The first one is a lunar eclipse happening around June 6th and June 5th. Right here it is. Moon here in your 3rd house of communication. So that again brings up a lot of emotionality in the arena of communication, which is a similar vibe to what Julia mentioned about that Mercury in Cancer turning retrograde. Now also this eclipse, well, eclipses bring up our shadow and they make us look at stuff that we ordinarily would put behind us. Lunar eclipses are more emotional, more subjective, and this one involves Mars. So there could be some angry flare-ups. That Mars falls in your 6th house of work. So I would definitely watch communications at work, which is just another layer of what Julia said, really emphasizing that theme. Then later in the month, we have another eclipse, and that's happening around the 20th. It's a solar eclipse, which falls in Cancer, and right there it is. Once again in that house of career, once again involving Cancer, which is a sign to do with emotion and feeling. But a solar eclipse is different from a lunar eclipse because a solar eclipse usually shows up in terms of behavior, stuff that other people can see. So don't let your emotions drive you to bad behavior, from not looking at something in your unconscious that you've been avoiding, and especially in the arena of work because it might really affect your reputation. Now there's one last thing that I want to tell you about, and I think it's really important. Julie and I have discovered a degree of the zodiac that seems to be about the coronavirus pandemic, and this degree is going to be triggered and re-triggered several times throughout the year. It's 22 degrees of Capricorn, which is your 4th house, so it might affect your home life, your family bond, and or your sense of patriotism and rootedness in this country, in the country that you live in. And we've made a video about this called The Astrology of the Coronavirus Pandemic. You can find it in our June 2020 news playlist on our YouTube channel, Pandora Astrology. And you can also find it in the 2020 news playlist because it's going to be relevant for a bunch of months. Now, if you were thinking about getting a reading from the themes in this horoscope, I think the mission orders reading about career and career progress and career suggestions is probably the best one to get. We'll give you the link for that down in the YouTube description below. Thanks for watching. We appreciate it. We love making you these horoscopes. I hope you enjoy them. And we'll see you next month and all around the cosmos. Bye.
Bye-bye.